Hello and welcome to another AIC video. Today I wanted to talk about my iTarget Pro. I picked this up recently for my wife so she could practice with her handgun here at home. She recently decided that she wanted to carry every day but wanted more practice with her firearm without having to actually go to the range. And so we did a little bit of research, came across several different products that were all fairly similar. This is the one that she picked, it's the one that she liked better. So I paid about $150 with discount code. And that did include 2 lasers. I got one in 9mm as well as 380. A couple of things I just wanted to go over to consider if you're deciding to buy one of these. I don't have any opinion on any of them other than this seems to work just fine. So iTarget, I guess, is an option. I don't have anything else to compare it to, so I can't say if it's good or bad compared to others, but just some experiences I've had with it. When you get the lasers, they have these little plastic discs in where the battery is. You have to remove that before they work. They came with spare batteries. Once you remove the disc, the laser is just on, and it will drain the batteries, I'm sure, pretty quick. So you want to retain those so that way when you're done, you can put that disc in there and not drain the batteries that are in it, or have another solution to store the batteries. The laser pointer here, there is a button on the back that the firing pin hits and causes the laser to go off. You can see that there. And then the camera on the phone or device that you can use tablets, phones, whatever you have, will record that as a hit on the target. This has no way to be extracted from the firearm from the back, which is good. We'll go over that here in just a second. But it makes it a little bit more difficult to remove. So you want to make sure you have something to push it out from the front of the gun out to the back, so you can actually remove it. So that's something to consider with the firearm, is making sure that you have that means to remove. If you have a firearm without an exposed hammer, but it has a double action, you can just use the double action on there, and that will work just fine. Or if you don't have a double action and no exposed hammer, you'll have to cock it every time, and we'll go over why that might be an issue for you. Or you can have an exposed hammer, which you then manually cock to then fire. Now, one thing with some guns is they have a magazine disconnect. These two that I just happened to grab don't have a magazine disconnect. My wife's firearm does. So what I'm going to do is actually take one of her magazines or buy another magazine, maybe just a cheap Metcar or something like that, just a cheap magazine, and take the follower out. Reason being is, if you're having to, because you're not going to have a loaded magazine, right? So you're going to have to drop the mag or drop your slide every single time, and I'm not a fan of doing that. I mean, you can do that less aggressively every single time, and I'm just that will get old very quick. So get a cheap magazine, one that obviously works for your gun, that also gives you the full grip, especially for some of these carry guns where the magazine is part of your grip. You get the full grip, so you get the full feel without having to deal with the slide locking back if you remove that follower. I think that's also a good thing to do, because that way you know you won't have a loaded magazine in there. That's one less mistake you'll make if you have a magazine dedicated for this process that doesn't even have a follower in it, so it can't be loaded and have rounds in it. So using it, I don't know how much it will improve my firing. The real goal is have my wife be more comfortable with the shooting that she's doing and the firearm that she has. And so that's the purpose of it. Seems pretty easy to use, very straightforward. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. Not quite sure what people are shopping for when they're looking for one of these. Again, I didn't pick this out. My wife did. She liked it. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.